Hello everyone, we're going to look at today is installing LED bed lights in a 2014 Silverado. When I bought my truck, it didn't come with the lights installed, but there is a GM kit that it will allow you to get it. There's the GM part number 23145347. It also includes some detailed instructions as well. I'll go ahead and I'll scan those in so that we have them. It's a fairly easy kit. We have a wiring harness that comes with it. It is labeled for us, driver's side, passenger side. Here are the lights themselves that will mount underneath the rails. We'll go out to the truck here in just a minute and look at it, as well as you have the mounting hardware that comes with it. According to the directions here, it's not too involved. First thing we have to do is remove the tail lights, and the next thing we have to do is remove the spare tire and plug into the box that's on the driver's side of the vehicle. Plug into that, which will then give our LED lights power. The kit itself, this is the end that would head out to that box that's underneath the vehicle. It's only got 2 pins in it, positive and negative for the lights. And then you have the weather connectors for the LED lights themselves. So let's go, and on the loom itself, they have give us the little push pins, so we don't have to worry about zip ties. But let's go out to the truck and take a look and see what's going on there. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is how to remove the spare tire from the bottom of the vehicle. Here is the kit you should have from GM. Inside the kit you'll have 2 extension bars. You'll have your this bar here, I'm not sure what it's for, and you have your lug wrench. We're going to be needing these two bars, and you're going to need your car keys. So what you're going to do, first thing you'll have to do is locate the hoist where the spare tire will be lowered from, and it's this little circular thing here on your step bumper. It opens up. Next thing you're going to do, you look down in there, it's got a lock cylinder to keep people from stealing your spare tire. So you'll need your car keys. You put your car key in there, turn and pull, and kind of get an idea when you look at it. Look at that lock cylinder, because that's exactly the way it has to go back in. It won't fit. You shouldn't have to force it. It should slide right back in when it's time to go in, okay? And if you look down in there, you'll see that's the hole for the hoist. So what you're going to do next, using the end here that's the female end, you're going to put that inside, and you'll feel it lock. And then using your the lug wrench end, you'll put that on this, and you're going to turn it counterclockwise. And you can see the tire is now lowered all the way to the ground. Okay everyone, we're going to get under the truck now, and what we're going to be looking for is this block right here. This block right here is located on the driver's side. You can see where I am. There's differential, some kind of computer thing in this block, and what we're going to is this right here. Well, the thing is, I tried to plug in here not knowing that this is a fake connector, so just save yourself some time here. It unsnaps, and it's a weather type connector, so GM was nice on that, and that's where you've got to go with your LED lights. I just checked it. It does have power and it does work. So this is where we're going to plug the large end here of the connector. Will go right here. Lock that in, push your red safety clip in. Now we're going to start routing the wires. Alright, we've got the connector hooked up. I have went ahead and removed the driver's side tail light to kind of get an idea
how to get the wiring through there. But let's look at how we can secure the wire to the underside of the truck. If we look, there are a number of ways we can do this. Looking up here, there are wires that we could just simply, if we wanted to, just zip tie to. There's one running along up there, but what I'm going after are these holes right here. There it is right there. I'm going after these holes right here. I'm going to snap into those, and what I've done to run the driver's side loom, it runs, you can see it, it runs up, and there's a little bracket there, and that little bracket will pop out over here, and there, it's right here. This wire right here is the actual wire, and then right here is the hole that exits up to the tail lights. Let's go up here and look. So we have removed the tail light. Not too big of an ordeal. 2 Torx screws. It does have these holes in the back and has these little rubber grommets, so when you go to pull it out, it is a little tight. But what we're going to do in this instance, according to the wonderful GM directions, there should be a hole here, and there should be another hole that's up here. These will be the 2 holes that you will use for your clips. I was mistaken a little bit earlier when we looked underneath here. I told you it would be this hole right here. That's not that hole. That's where that clip for that wire will go. One hole is here. I went ahead and put one of the little fasteners in there, and the other hole is just down from it, and it's right here. In the GM kit, here's the hardware. You should get some of these little guys right here, and that's what's going to go in these little square holes up here. I can't do it one-handed. I'm not Eric the car guy, but I'm going to go ahead and snap that in so you can see what it looks like. Okay, looking here at the loom, we're going, after we mount it out to the exterior here, we're going through here, this hole here at the top, and if you look, you will see that it'll pop out up here. So let me run that through there real quick. Alright, we did make the transition in there. Here it is. Ended up using a long pair of needle nose pliers to make the transition. But here's our light right here. When you mount it in there, of course, you want to make sure that it is angled down, because it could angle if you mount it wrong. Like you would think that the connector would, in my hand here, you would think the connector would be facing that side, but it's not. It's going to have to angle like that. So the connector, I can't see here on the iPad, the connector will be facing towards the front of the vehicle. Alright, here's the lamp. I've just about got her mounted. Just got to secure some bolts down some more. The size socket you're going to need for this is either a 9/32 or a 7mm socket will work. Tried using just a driver, but the driver, you can't get the angle right since the screws are right up under here. They're right up under here on the bed rail, so it's really hard to get a straight driver in there. So I would recommend you use just a ratchet, and be careful, don't tighten them up too tightly. Alright folks, that's one of them down. This little white clip here, make sure you knock that down in there, that locks it into place. Got the wire all tied in, so we're going to put the tail light back in it and go to the passenger side. Alright guys, back under the truck again. Here's our harness that we've been diligently working with here. Up here, this is the actual wire. So this is the path that I chose to take it on. It goes underneath this bed bracket here, And of course it's going to go over here and it's going to pop out bed, which is what I've got hanging down right here. Same procedure as before. We're going to use that hole right here. Here's another one. Of course, up here at the top, we're going to use, and then we're going to put it through that hole up here, which will then pop out inside the bed itself. Okay, guys, we're in the bed of the truck again. Here's the light. In order for it to shine down in this particular case, the connector where we plug into is going to plug in. It's going to face the back of the truck, because if I turn it around and do it this way, it just shines up underneath the rail. It doesn't go anywhere. So in this case, the connector is going to have to face the tailgate or the back of the truck. Alright everyone, here's the final look here of the wiring setup. I'm underneath the driver's side, so you have your little clips here. There's a hole here that's underneath there. It goes up through the bracket, and this is your block that you have all the connections at. This is the one we used right here. Here's the loom itself. Tees off up here. It goes this way to the driver's side, and then this is our loom here that goes all the way across to the passenger side for the bed lights. Let me get up. And it looks exactly the same as the driver's side. Here's the wire itself right here, feeding up into the compartment. And tighten the loom up a little bit so it looks good. And our lights are now mounted, so let's go turn them on and make sure that if they do indeed work. You're going to hit your cargo light. You see we have a cargo light, and we now have our bed lights. I hope you enjoyed the video. I couldn't find one on it. When I was trying to do this myself, so we had to do all this, on our own and through trial and error. But it's not a very bad process. The kit comes with everything you need. Here's a picture of the part number: 23145347. It might work with other year models. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a direct fit for the 2014-2015 model year. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great day.